You've unlocked a round table.
Welcome to the Lost Levels, Lost Control episode of
Comic-Con.
Comic-Con, I guess. Yeah.
Comic-Con episode.
A couple weeks late, but we still did want to touch on a couple of the stuff that we saw. Some of it obviously was leaked footage. Some of it was actually released footage. Some of it was released footage because of the leaked footage. But yes, we've had some thoughts.
Yeah, of course.
We wanted to kind of just touch base on it. I know that everybody has probably seen some of this stuff already, and it'd be good to kind of just talk about as a whole. Why don't we just dig into... we didn't see... Okay, well, I saw the X-Men footage.
I saw a shittier version of the X-Men footage.
Yes, you saw a shitty version of the shitty version footage.
Yeah. The camera work had a lot to be desired, and so did the audio quality, but...
Yeah, so we don't really want to get too into that one just because of the fact that Alex didn't really see it. From what I saw, I liked.
It looked intense.
Yeah, I really liked Psylocke's costume. I thought her costume looks great.
I just saw the picture. I didn't see in the trailer.
I love.
She was probably cut off.
I love Storm.
Storm looked good. Got the mohawk going on. That's cool.
The mohawk is sweet. I thought I was going to hate the mohawk. In the movie when they announced that they were going to be doing that, but I actually love it.
Oh yeah, it looks really cool.
We saw our first look at Apocalypse.
Yeah, a lot of people are poo-pooing it.
A lot of people are giving negative feedback on that.
Yeah, they're like, oh, it's Ivan Ooze from the Power Rangers movie.
Which I could totally see.
I can see that. They could have been brothers.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. But you know what? It's Bryan Singer, it's X-Men. I'm going to go into it giving it the benefit of the doubt and not shitting on it. So we saw rough footage. I'm sure the actual footage that Comic-Con attendees got to see probably blew them away. So I'm excited to see some official footage in high definitions. And
whenever that may be.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that. I got my taste, and we'll see more, and we'll talk a hell of a lot more as it approaches. Talking about footage that we were not so interested in. Let's talk about Soups versus Bats. They leaked this footage online. Warner got so pissed off about it. Verbally came out saying, they're upset about that the footage leaked, and immediately released the footage online officially so everybody could see it in its HD glory as opposed to watching it from somebody's camera behind somebody's head, between somebody's shoulders or whatever. So yeah, Soups versus Bats. What'd you think?
It's still a lot of faith in the series. Still kind of
really,
yeah.
So you're still not just you're not into this movie?
No, I'm not. It still seems like they're going to try to do too much. And it's not going to culminate to a great story.
Okay. I agree. The weird thing, okay, I have weird feelings about this. Like, I know it's Zack Snyder, and I know I've been really vocal about just shitting on everything that DC's doing, everything that Zack Snyder's ideas are, how he films everything. I'm having a problem with a lot of it. What I did like, I had two takeaways from it. The things that I had three takeaways. I'll talk about the first two first. Okay, the positive one was I liked that they incorporated Bruce Wayne being on the streets of Metropolis during the events of Man of Steel.
That was cool.
I liked that his building in Metropolis got destroyed and probably a lot of his people that he worked with or cared about were destroyed during that, and that's why he's kind of pissed off.
Did you see that side-by-side footage of the trailer?
I did.
Where it shows the lasers coming out of the eyes during Superman Steel, and they mimic it in this trailer? That's nice attention to detail that I appreciate.
Yes.
So I give him props for that.
I did like that. I did like that that's the storyline they're going with. Like, Bats is pissed off, man.
Yeah.
Like, Bruce is like, dude, you just destroyed the fuck out of Metropolis. You need to be stopped. I did like that aspect a lot, actually. The second thing I did like was seeing the short 5 frames of Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
I'm a fan of gals, so like ever since Fast and Furious, I'm just a fanboy of hers. I think she's gorgeous. So I was excited yet skeptical of her being Wonder Woman in a Zack Snyder film, but I did like seeing her short, brief stint in the trailer.
but just adds to me that they're trying to do too much.
Oh yeah, I mean obviously they're trying
It
to
just
do
kind of
too much.
hammers that home a little bit more. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, and Aquaman is going to be in this,
Yeah, there's just way too much shit going on in this movie.
and Lex Luthor.
Yeah,
And-
and you saw your first Lex Luthor,
Yeah.
which I was just like, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so you're right. They are trying to do too much in this. The thing that I don't like, the angle that we're going with is humanity is scared of Superman, and they're like trying to bring him to justice. But then later in the trailer, we see everybody bowing down to him as if he's a godlike creature.
Right.
I really don't like those images.
And reaching out to him like he's some sort of savior.
Yeah, like everybody wants to touch him because he's the savior. I don't like seeing Superman painted in that light very much. And I don't care about Superman as a character as a whole necessarily. I'll watch the movies, but I don't like seeing that for some reason. I mean, the Jesus figure in Man of Steel was so over the top, and they're just kind of continuing with it here. And I don't like that. So there's a couple positives, a couple negatives for me. What did you have anything else you want to touch on with that one?
I mean, visually, yes, it looks stunning, but it's. I feel like just in the end, it's just still going to be too much.
You know, there's a quick shot where Batman uses his grapple hook and kind of flies away from some destruction that's about to happen. That CGI looked bad.
I don't even remember that.
It didn't look very good to me. I'll show it to you after we record this to see if you agree with me or not. But I was just like, ooh, that didn't look very good. Obviously, it's just a trailer. I think that they'll probably touch it up more.
They do that a lot for movies.
Yeah.
It's a lot of preliminary before compositing and all that stuff.
Yeah, and so I don't know.
Yeah, it's...
I was surprised that I had a couple takeaways that were positive after watching this, as opposed to me just shitting on it all over the place, like I usually do when it comes to this movie ever since it was announced.
Right.
I've been openly against that whole idea, but
for me, I just felt more meh than anything.
yeah. All right. So Deadpool was also a trailer that got leaked, but they haven't released an official. Ryan Reynolds has come out and said that they're going to have an official trailer for everybody in about 3 weeks' time since Comic-Con, so 2 more weeks after this.
I have to wonder why they wait so long, you know?
Maybe they're doing different footage.
Maybe
Maybe they're doing something different as opposed to like giving an exclusive feel to people who attended the panel or something like that, which I could totally understand and I can respect from a movie studio standpoint. Like they want to do something special for the fans who waited in line for an hour to go see their stuff. So I could see them being a little bit frustrated by the fact that like that shit's probably going to get pirated. But it's still a cool thing to do for fans and get the hype up. So totally respect them for that regard. So we did see the shitty footage from Deadpool online. You could probably still find it now if you guys haven't seen it yet. But what do you think?
They're definitely earning the R rating.
Yeah.
Yeah, like starting to the point where it's a little excessive, I think, but
You're going excessive.
a little excessive.
How so?
I don't know. It was just like it was like you have a dick in your mouth. Looks like you fucked a cow. It was just like it's like okay, I get it. You're edgy, and this is the character. I get that. I don't think you need to cram it down my throat in the trailer. I'm going to get enough of that in the movie. If the trailer, give a hint of it, but pull it back a little bit. Let us want more of it.
Do you think they're trying too hard?
A little bit. I think they're trying to be like, hey, you know that safe Marvel stuff? It's going to be edgy and awesome. Look, you're shooting people in the head and there's blood, and you can see bullet holes, and they're swearing and saying fuck and dick and ah. I mean, don't get me wrong. The movie looks awesome. I'm going to see the movie. I'm going to enjoy myself. Mm-hmm. But for the trailer, I think they tried a little too hard to draw that crowd in.
Yes, 100% agree.
Okay, good.
I did feel like they were trying too hard on a lot of those jokes. I think that I'm almost now watching that a little nervous about it. Like, are they just going to be like?
Are they going to be pandering to that?
Yeah, are they just going to do that for an hour and 90-minute movie? They're just going to be nonstop over the edge, just batshit craziness that's pushing it too far? Like, I understand I want Deadpool to be Deadpool, but then there's the over-the-top Deadpool that's just too much for a long, segmented movie.
Yeah, totally. And I feel like they were just top-loading it in the trailer, and that was the problem. Mm. I'm surprised that they didn't have him break the fourth wall at all inside the trailer. You think they would have at least done something little like that for the fans?
No, I want them to save. I want them to save as much as possible.
Well, I mean,
and honestly, this was probably just a Comic-Con exclusive type of thing, where they're going to recut and re-edit a formal trailer to announce to the internet that might be toned down. That's not going to be over the top, like just boom, here's fucking Deadpool, and they might have something like that.
Yeah, that's true.
I want movie trailers to be intelligent. I don't want to see the whole entire story in one trailer. I don't want to see huge spoiler giveaways.
Yeah, no.
Like Terminator Genesis. That ruined the movie because you're like, oh, okay, well, I know that's going to happen now.
Right.
So I want a little bit of the Deadpool. I want to get some more information about it, and that's all I need. Right. So I'm going to watch it regardless.
But yes, this is very Deadpool, very cool. I'm so excited for it. Like I said, I feel like they're just top loading it in the trailer.
Okay, I'm hoping that they are. Suicide Squad.
Very, very different stylized trailer than I was expecting, I think.
Yeah, this was released after the fact. So there's a full HD version of it on the internet now. We actually have a link to it on lostlevel.com if you ever are on our Twitter feed. If you wanted to have a quick link to it, it's on there. Yeah, I was surprised at the style behind this.
I was expecting something like heavy, action-packed, and in your face, almost kind of like the Deadpool, but not as much. But this was very toned down, very subtle, very brooding.
Yeah, I don't know what I expected from Suicide Squad aside from not a lot. Like I didn't have high hopes for this. I liked the Harley Quinn casting.
Yeah,
I'm not sure I'm sold on the Harley Quinn outfit.
I don't give a shit about the outfit.
There's little things that are like...
Yeah, I know. People keep bitching about the outfit. It's just...
Is there like negative...
Oh, a lot of people. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, especially on my Facebook feed, because fucking edgy girls apparently love Harley Quinn, and they're like, this is not the Harley I love, and no, she should be dressed like a jester. And I'm like, this is a ragtag team of people in the streets. They're not going to be dressing up like a fucking clown. I'm sorry. It makes sense for the story.
Yeah, I'm okay with her not dressing as her traditional Harley ways.
But and I'm sorry, just to go back to you have people who don't bitch about the way she dressed in the Arkham Asylum games or Arkham City games.
See, I would have liked to see her in like that type of outfit, or like the Injustice
like Arkham City.
Or Injustice even.
Maybe. Yeah.
I would have liked to see that a little bit more, but I mean, this is okay. I like Margot Robbie a lot.
Yeah.
She has really proven herself to me in the last couple of movies that I've watched of hers, where she owned the screen, which is somebody.
It's not just pretty look; she's good at acting as well.
Yeah, she's the type of character who can dominate the screen when she walks into a room, and I like that. I think that Harley needs to be like that. So yeah, I
think we're going to get that.
I'm totally sold on her as Harley. I'm just hoping that the screenplay lets her do that. Mm-hmm. So we'll see. We saw Will Smith. We saw pretty much all of the...
Killer Croc. I liked Killer Croc. I think he looked good.
Okay. Yeah, I don't hate him. There's nothing in this trailer that I absolutely like lost my mind. Like, oh shit, I hate this.
Yeah. Like even Joker. Joker was okay. It's the Joker. Like I wasn't shitting on it when I saw it, but I'm still not sold on it. I don't think.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like when I'm objectively thinking about the next Joker that we're gonna have, obviously he's not going to be Heath Ledger.
It's not going to be Jack Nicholson. It's not going to be the cartoon one.
Right. I mean, it's going to be their own type of Joker. Will I like it? I don't know. Like maybe it's a good incarnation of the Joker. We have yet to see. We've seen what 2 seconds, 3 seconds of him tops?
He said 2 lines. That's about it.
I mean, I hate the way that he looked in the first release that they used.
Yeah, and it still bothers me. I do not like the shit on his teeth, but
yeah, I mean, there's elements to it. I don't like the promotions that they're doing, trying to sell the movie, saying like, oh, Leto is so into character, he sent his co-stars gifts as the Joker. And like they're trying to be over the top edgy with the marketing of this movie.
I hate method acting like that.
It's not even the method acting aspect to it. It's the whole publicity behind it.
Yeah.
Because they you know that the media train or the publishers are like, we're gonna run a fucking story like this. He's so into the character that he's sending them gifts as the Joker.
Right.
So fanboys will be like, oh shit, he's really trying to be the Joker. So he's doing all this. We're gonna fucking bombard the internet with that shit, so people will start thinking and have respect for him. It's a media blitz.
And you have to actually wonder how much of the role is the Joker going to have in this movie.
Well, technically, you shouldn't have that much. It's the Suicide Squad.
Right.
It's not a Joker versus Batman movie, although they're both in it.
Yeah. So.
I don't know, man. Like the media shit is the thing that scares me the most about it, because like I just touched on, they're purposely putting that shit out there so people could try to sway people's minds into liking him because of the negative feedback they've received. So now they're trying really hard to fucking do this.
Right.
And it's obvious, but a lot of people are just going to fall for that, and it's
unfortunately
it's unfortunate. But yeah, overall, Suicide Squad didn't blow me away, but I didn't hate it either.
Right.
Once the movie comes out, obviously, we'll have a lot to say about this movie.
I honestly think the trailer made me a little bit more hopeful for it. Like, I first hearing about it, I'm like, okay, I'm not sure how I feel about this. I don't think it's going to be great, but after seeing this trailer, I feel like there could be something there. While nothing great, I feel like it would at least be enjoyable.
What the hell was she doing in her cell?
Oh, suspended yoga.
Yeah, what why?
I don't know.
Why are they letting her have like these suspended yoga things in her cage?
I don't know. I don't run a prison. I can't tell you.
It makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
An inmate will hang themselves with that shit. They're not going to let them have suspended ropes that they can do yoga from.
Right.
But it makes a cool visual shot, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, look, Harley's doing crazy acrobatics in her cell because it's Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
God, that pissed me off. Okay, that annoyed me.
Okay.
All right. Last but not least, I wanted to talk about the Star Wars Comic-Con footage.
That looked good, dude.
The reason I wanted to talk about this is because it felt like it was everything that nostalgia is, but done right.
It was done with heart.
It's everything that Jurassic World and Terminator Genesis failed to do with tugging onto your heartstrings, because this felt nostalgic, but tastefully nostalgic. Mm-hmm. Not like an insult to your intelligence. Yes. Nostalgic. This was like, hey, you love Star Wars. You love this universe. Here's us making practical sets. Here's us taking care of the universe that you love.
Here's us making it feel like the universe you originally fell in love with before Lucas fucked it up.
Pretty much. I love the knock on these are all practical sets.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just like, it was so great because, like, oh my god, I loved the shit out of that.
Oh, the sets looked great, and it was just, it makes you know that they're taking care with it, and it's in good hands.
Like, you legit watched that trailer, or not even the trailer, you just watched that behind-the-scenes footage and know that, like, hey, JJ cares, man. Like, it's nice to see that delicate care to it. I really love the shit. I watched that multiple times. You know, obviously you see, like, Han Solo getting, or sitting into the Millennium Falcon. It's like, oh, man, this is fucking great. But it was everything before that just blew me away. Just like, you know, the character creations, the way they're looking at stuff, the introduction of new characters, just the great footage that you see, the models that they're using, what Lucas did in the original trilogy, bringing that back to the universe and the way that they're filming everything. Making practical sets in a movie speaks volumes to how an audience can attach itself to what's on screen.
And how it can immerse them into it.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about that with Mad Max. We talked about that with movies that are just CGI heavy, where an actor is trying to talk to a light ball because it's supposed to be a CGI character, and you could see the differences between the performances. You see practical sets, you see all CGI sets, and you see how the audience just doesn't really get into those movies.
Yeah, no, that's totally it.
And this behind-the-scenes footage just kind of captivates all of that. You get the feels, you get the proper feels from this. You feel safe. You feel like, come this December, I'm going to be able to relive my childhood again.
Essentially.
The proper way that I've wanted to. Now, this movie could be Phantom Menace too, for all we know. But I feel like everything that they've done to lead up to it has been the right steps that I would like to see.
Yes, it has a good director that has been established in revitalizing a series, and he's going about it in a proper way.
Yeah, I mean, you have the characters that you loved returning. You have the new generation of characters that they might be able to hand off. Something that's always been risky in any movies that you've seen from those.
Passing the torch is always a difficult thing to do, especially for beloved franchises.
And something that's not been successful in recent memory, Die Hard, Indiana Jones, where they're obviously trying to hit you over the head with passing the torch. Like, we want to continue this franchise, but we need to do it in a different, younger type of generation way, which they haven't been able to do successfully. I feel like this actually has the opportunity to succeed where those movies have failed.
Yeah.
And I'm really happy with that. I'm ready. Like, I obviously I can't wait to see Luke and Han and Leia again and Chewie. Like, I can't wait to see them again.
And, but I'm really interested in these new characters that we're seeing.
And the little bit that we do see of the new characters, like, really gets me excited.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know much about the story. I've purposely,
which is hard for you to do.
Yeah, it's very hard for me to do. You know. Anybody who listens to the cast, I regularly read all the articles. I watch all the clips. I regularly spoil myself because I like to know what's going on and how stuff's filming and everything like that. But I purposely stayed away from Star Wars because I don't want to go into it with all that stuff. I know a little bit, but a lot of it's like, you know, obviously speculation because JJ is really tight on the script, which is awesome. You know, thankfully for that.
Yes.
But yeah, from the little that I do know, the speculation and stuff like that, I think it's in the right direction.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Totally stoked. So, if you watch just one thing from the Comic-Con, watch the Star Wars stuff. It is amazing. And it'll give you the feels if you grew up watching Star Wars like I did.
Yeah, I totally agree with you on that.
All right, so that's our show. That's the Lost Control episode. We kind of just wanted to touch on that stuff. And how can we reach you?
You can follow me on Twitter. My name there is Alex Sandberg, AlexSanberg, or email me directly at the website, alex@lostlevel.com.
I am at twitter.com/calmintensity. We do have a Twitter feed for The Lost Level. It is twitter.com/thelostlevel. And we have a website, lostlevel.com. All of our social media is in the upper right-hand corner, so definitely check that out, lostlevel.com. And we'll be talking to you guys soon.
Bye.